How's it, guys? This is Dayvy FPL and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video we're going to be going over the Game Week 20 preview, and I know what you're thinking, no, I'm not that fast with my editing. This is being recorded actually before the Game Week 19 fixtures, just because of the quick turnaround from Game Week 19 to 20. So I know what you're also thinking, how can we preview a game week if we don't know what's happened already? But throughout this video we're going to be going over some more admin purposes and some reminders of deadlines and that kind of thing. We're also going to be talking about some fixture swings that do occur and fixtures that you might want to be looking at with specific teams. I didn't therefore ask you guys for your questions over on Twitter, as I thought that there wouldn't be that many questions as the game weeks have not concurred yet. But yeah, this is probably going to be more of a Game Week 19 preparation video, as I'll be showing you what you should be looking out for Game Week 19, as Game Week 19 is going to be the best preparation for Game Week 20. As I said, it is a quick turnaround. So we don't need the fixtures per se to talk about some talking points and go through some things that are still quite relevant. So let's get into the preview. Thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Link down below if you do want to use my download link to download this wonderful app. Thanks again for sponsoring the video. If you don't know, OneFootball is the everything football related app. It's free to download on iOS or Android, and you can see there on the table. I'm following the Premier League right now. Gives me all the goals, assists, and whatever I need to know, as well as following my favorite team if I do want to follow a team, which is for me Liverpool, but for you it could be anyone else. Also, if you want to track more leagues than just the Premier League, go and check out this app. As I said, link down below. So a quick reminder about the Saturday deadline. I know the Saturday deadlines are usually quite usual, and you should probably be used to them, as Saturdays are usually where the deadlines do occur. But this is a reminder because we are starting Game Week 19 on a Thursday. Man City play tomorrow on the Friday night fixture, only one game week tomorrow night, and then we have the Saturday game week. So less than 48 hours probably between the two, so just keep an eye on that one. Wanted to give you a reminder of the deadline so you don't miss out on it and you don't miss those transfers. The other one is there is a wildcard deadline. So for the first wildcard, if you have not used it yet, you have to use it before Game Week 20. So just hit that wildcard chip after the Game Week 19 deadline, get those price rises for tonight and tomorrow night, and then hopefully you can be all set for Game Week 20. So you don't have to per se use your first wildcard. You can be one of those ballsy players and totally negate it and say, listen FPL, I don't need a first wildcard. I only need one a season. So you can do that, but I would recommend you do use it. Even if you just have to make 1 or 2 or 3 transfers, it can at least negate those hits that you will have to take. So a reminder, please use your wildcard. If you haven't, you might still be able to get some price rises, even though it is quite a quick turnaround game week, but just a reminder of that. And the other thing is the yellow card ban does get extended after Game Week 19. The only exception to this rule is Liverpool, due to them not playing a Game Week 18 fixture. Their ban is only going to be extended after the Game Week 20 fixture, so that's just one thing you have to keep your eye on. Basically, the only Liverpool player that you have to keep an eye on is Alexander-Arnold. He is on 4 yellow cards, so after Game Week 19, or as I said, Game Week 20 for Liverpool, the ban does get extended to 10 yellow cards, so quite a big exception there. So just keep an eye out. So if these players do get booked in Game Week 19, they will be banned for Game Week 20. And as you can see on screen, a lot of high-owned players there, the likes of Lundstrom, Soyuncu, Sterling, Wan-Bissaka, and Grealish. So hoping that Grealish does not pick up a yellow card, as he's probably going to be quite a big transfer in this game week, and a lot of people are going to not really realize the fact that he is going to be banned. So just keep your eyes on for these players in Game Week 19. As I said, if they do get booked, they will be missing 1 game. Now the watch list has been updated here, and as you can see on screen, all midfielders. The main reason being, as we spoke about in the last preview and team selection, Heung-min Son's red card. So I'm only highlighting midfielders. I have not replaced him yet, so these are the 3 players that I'm currently looking at as a replacement. I've got Mo Salah, Lucas Moura, and Paul Pogba. So I'm going to be monitoring these players over Game Week 19. Hopefully they all do perform, and then it will make my decision quite a lot harder whether to bring them in or not. We've got kind of 2 more budget options and then a premium option. So with Mo Salah, I will have to downgrade one of my forwards, as that's where the money is currently in my squad. So Lucas Moura, Paul Pogba offer really good kind of just downgrades from Heung-min Son, but the thing is they're probably a little bit less reliable, taking a little bit more of a punt on these two. especially the likes of Paul Pogba. As we spoke about in the preview, he just came back, probably played about 20 minutes, but he has been quite a talked about option over on FPL Twitter. So I had to put him on here as he might be someone to watch on my watch list and is quite a differential at the moment. And with United's fixtures being quite nice, could be one that I do look to bring in. The other one, Lucas Moura, with Heung-min Son out currently, he should be in the starting selection. My only worry with him is that with Heung-min Son out, Jose Mourinho might try a completely different formation, and that could see Lucas Moura's position in jeopardy. But he provides quite a nice little differential there, and I mean, if I'm really doubling up on that Spurs attack, I might as well be tripling up. So he provides an option, but I was kind of thinking if I was going to bring Paul Pogba or Lucas Moura, I probably would have done it before Game Week 19. I might have already done that. Stay tuned. If you did not watch the deadline with Davy's stream, I probably would have confirmed my transfers over on that. But with them, I probably should have bought them in Game Week 19. So I'm probably going to be leaning towards a little bit of Mo Salah in Game Week 20. So want to keep your eye on for this upcoming Game Week. Their stats are all pretty good. You can't really judge Lucas Moura and Paul Pogba that much, especially Paul Pogba, as he's only played about 476 minutes due to him having quite a prolonged injury these last couple game weeks. So Mo Salah looks the more consistent one, but he is quite a lot more expensive. So these are my three midfielders that I would be looking at. So the quick turnaround game weeks, I wanted to talk about this, as if a player is playing on a Thursday and then on a Saturday again, we kind of are expecting a little bit of rotation. The Brighton manager has even come out and said that he's preparing to rotate quite a lot in preparation for Game Week 20. So with Game Week 19, we might see some rotation from Brighton, but that's just an indication of what the managers are thinking currently. So I think there's going to be a ton of rotation. So I please ask you to monitor Game Week 19's fixtures. So if Mo Salah is playing 90 minutes on Thursday night, I'm kind of seeing a reduction in minutes on the weekend. Hopefully it's not that, but I think that there's no ways that the top players for Liverpool aren't going to be starting against Leicester, especially because it's such a high intensity game and there's quite a lot in it. It's more of a relative 6 point at the top of the table. So please just monitor your players' minutes, whether it be yellow cards as with the players that are close to suspension, or just seeing if they play 80, 90 minutes. They might be substituted early on, which is usually a good indication that they're being rested for the next game week. And when you see that, you're kind of left with a happy feeling, not only because you know they're going to be starting, but you're also filled with a little bit of a sad feeling as they're not getting that maximum 90 minutes. But that's just something we have to deal with. Rotation, something that the festive period is synonymous for. So just monitor that. Try and make your transfers as wisely as possible. You never want to bring in a player that is benched on the next game week. So just monitor the situation, monitor injuries as well. You're not, even if they do have a little bit of a knock, they're definitely not going to be starting that game week afterwards because of the quick turnaround. So a manager's not really going to take that much of a risk on them. I wanted to give you a little bit of a quick rundown of what to look out for in game week 19. And as I said, game week 19 going to be the best preparation for game week 20. So what to do with Son? We spoke about it last game week. There was a glimmer of hope when Spurs did appeal the red card, but as you can see on that headline there, Spurs failed with the red card appeal. I don't think the ban was extended, so it's still just the 3-match ban for Heung-min Son. It wasn't extended for if you kind of review a challenge that was always going to be a red card, sometimes they extend your ban for another game week, but it has not been the case here. So it definitely looks like we should be transferring Heung-min Son out. Reason being, Brighton, Norwich and Southampton. You already transferred him out for Brighton, so that game week's already gone. So Norwich and Southampton, two really nice fixtures that I wish I had Heung-min Son for, but that's not the case. So I do think it's not worth keeping Heung-min Son. We spoke about potential options in the watch list on this video, as well as the preview and team selection last video. So just go check out those videos if you want to get some really good replacements for him. I'm not going to be covering that in this video as I think it's a little bit redundant, but I just wanted to say I definitely do think you should be transferring Son out for. And now we have returned to normality, ? The reason being is a lot of the top sides and sides that are doing really well in the Premier League at the moment do have a fixture swing in game week 20. So on screen, Liverpool do have two nice home fixtures. whether that be defensively or attacking wise. Wolves and Sheffield United look quite good solidly defensively for me, so I think that those are going to be more defensive strong teams. So the defense of Liverpool is probably going to be favoured a little bit more there, but that's not saying that the Liverpool attackers can't do well. But we also have the likes of Leicester and Man City have really nice fixture swings, so they all basically have really nice fixtures from game week 20 to 24. Then they have a little bit of a top 6 clash, but those can go either way. But I think we're going to have a return to normality in these game weeks. So reason being is a lot of the top 6 sides have recently been playing each other, so the scores have been a little bit lower, and that's why game week 18, as you saw, was a particularly terrible game week, and the points weren't that great in that one. So I think we're going to have some nice scores coming up on the horizon, especially because most of us have the likes of a Man City, Leicester, and Liverpool player in our starting 11. So hopefully we just got to stick patient with these premium assets, and they will return quite fruitfully. Now, the last thing we're going to be talking about is captaincy, and it's kind of the game week of away games. I'm saying that because a lot of the good captaincy options do have away fixtures, so that's not really a turn-off from them, but we usually do favor a home game week as a really strong captaincy contender. But this game week just going to be a little bit different. So I've got 3 captaincy options on screen here. We have Tammy Abraham, Dele Alli, and Jamie Vardy. Now with these players, there can always be a little bit of rotation between the captaincies. Probably the only one is going to be Spurs, so if you do favor Harry Kane over Dele Alli, you can always go for him. I just put these players here, so don't really look at the player, look at the club. Whereas with Tammy Abraham and Jamie Vardy, they're the premium options from those teams, and I definitely think that you should be sticking with them. But with Tammy Abraham, he has Arsenal. Arsenal have shown recently how poor they've been, not only in form, but defensively the entire season. So the Chelsea striker does come into my considerations. Only thing I'd consider is that Frank Lampard isn't afraid to rotate the centre forward. So we could see Batshuayi or Giroud starting this one. So keep your eyes on that game week 19 fixture and whether Tammy Abraham does start, whether he comes off a little bit earlier, and how his injury situation is going. But the Arsenal fixture looks like a really nice fixture. Chelsea playing quite well, coming off the back of that Spurs victory. So I think that he is a good captaincy option. Dele Alli, Norwich. I know recently Norwich haven't been that defensively that bad as we've been saying they are, but I think with Spurs they're going to have to rebound off this Chelsea fixture. Hopefully they'd put in a performance against Brighton. That's probably going to be a clear indication of your captaincy option for this game week. But with Norwich away, still a good fixture. I still think that Spurs can do well in this one, and I do think that they are good captaincy options. But my favorite captaincy option for this game week, and probably going to be the game week where we see this turnaround of basically captaining Jamie Vardy for the next couple game weeks, is going to be the West Ham away game. So Jamie Vardy scoring still well, only needs a couple of chances to get on the score sheet. So against West Ham, a team that has not been performing that well, I do think that Leicester are going to be scoring in this one. So Jamie Vardy has to come into my considerations and is currently my favorite captaincy option. Obviously, the Game Week 19 games could change all this, and we could see some injuries or red cards. Hopefully not, touch wood that they aren't. But I think that I'll be sticking with Jamie Vardy as almost a safer captaincy pick going into Game Week 20. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. Please like it if you did, and subscribe if you are new and have not subscribed yet. The Game Week 20 main video is going to be the team selection coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. We'll be talking about my team, how it got on in Game Week 19, and the transfer options I do use with my 2 free transfers. So as I said, stay tuned for that. I'm going to be signing off. This has been Dayvy FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.